I was just asking you about the criticism because I was wondering, you told in the previous interview that Martin Mendes at some point criticized your early songs that you initially made for this record and you threw them away. Yeah, how important is then the opinion of the people around you and in your band?
Well, in the band, it's very important. That's a whole different matter. You know, that's not criticism for me. That's just, I mean, his point of view is very valid to me and very important. Everybody that's in the band, I want them to be on the same wavelength as I am. You know, with these songs, and so it's really important for me what they think. You know, we wouldn't have been able to do this otherwise. And that's another misconception. It seems like people think that I'm just a tyrant. You know, telling them exactly what to play and what to do. And this is the songs. If you don't like it, you can fuck off. You know. But that's not the case.
Yeah, you said maybe you came from a metal scene which is quite conservative in some ways. You show that it's possible as a metal band to grow out of that. Do you have the feeling that are there maybe stories from people you heard that now through Opeth that you open a new door to other music?
Yeah, I guess, I mean, with the nature of this album, I guess we're bound to bring in some new fans that might have had a problem with whatever we sounded like before. I mean, that's probably already happened, you know. But we also kind of, in lack of a better word, weeding out those who are not open-minded enough for this band. I mean, I can imagine there's a lot of people who just simply don't like us anymore because we don't have the screams. Or because it's not the contemporary, typical type of metal productions or whatever. But we always been slightly open-minded, you know. You need to have a slightly bigger understanding of this band and music as a whole if you're going to be able to appreciate what we do. If you only listen to like the heaviest type of metal music, you'll have a problem with this album, or you will have a problem with the Damnation record, or songs from every record, you could say. So it's not like we're searching for a perfect fan base who just appreciate everything we do. But I mean, we play for ourselves, and if you want to be come along with us on this whatever ride, you need to be, as I said, have a slightly bigger understanding of music and a wider taste in music. Otherwise, it simply won't click with you.
I was just wondering, just to refer a little bit to the story where you threw away songs just by a mouse click, I think. Are you at some point, maybe in the working of the last album, do you feel a certain pressure maybe of getting ideas because you're the main writer of the band? When people say, "Oh, this is shit," do you then feel maybe some kind of fear of lack of ideas, or have it never occurred to you?
Probably had fears or whatever you call them, you know, like being a bit worried what we're going to do next, you know. But I think in a way it's a bit creative to have those type of feelings. And as I said, I'm not all that worried anymore. This new album, I ended up writing those 2 songs that we scrapped, and I didn't feel worried, to be honest. If I can come up with the goods, I can. Then it's over for a while, you know. And I'm not worried.
Have you accepted that?
Yeah, which is maybe one of the reasons why I don't really care what people think too much anymore. And I want to do this till I drop dead, pretty much. But if I can't, I can't, you know, I can't. And it's one of the things that I'm not sure if people appreciate that, like integrity and that kind of stuff, you know. In metal, it's not really a well-revered word. Integrity doesn't mean shit to a lot of metal people. They just want to get their fucking records, and they're going to sound like the last record or their favorite record, and then they're happy. But for me, integrity means a lot. And
is there for you in a moment after a whole creative process, and now maybe is there a moment of relaxation that you maybe just step back a little bit and look at what you've accomplished for each album? A moment of maybe serenity a little bit? Or?
A little bit, you know.
When is this exactly?
As I was listening to the album, once it was done, you know, I'm listening to it as a fan, pretty much, listening for music that I like. But once I listened to it like every day, a couple of times a day, for months on end. And I get restless if I hear other music. I want to hear my own music. But I'm not listening thinking it's me playing. I'm just listening for music that I like, if you know what I mean. And then I reach a point where I'm not listening to it ever again. And I've gone beyond that point. I don't listen to the album anymore.
But it's just like a moment to verify that you see your accomplishment, to get that, maybe that sense of accomplishment in your...
Yeah, I guess. I mean, I never thought of it like that, you know. It's a little bit of a rat race to be a professional musician, because you put out the records and you don't really have time to just kind of welter in how fucking good you are, you know, and how fucking happy you are with the new album, whatever. It's just so, everything's so scheduled. Like we do with the album, we go on tour. You don't really have time. But I know...
Is that a sad thing, actually, that's maybe... that you not able to reward yourself in a way, because then you go on tour and maybe the whole cycle starts again?
Yeah, I mean, sad maybe it is, I don't know. But I didn't expect it when I was younger. I expected to be able to enjoy the fruit of my labor, so to speak, a bit more than I have. But it's a lot of work, you know, and especially for me, because I'm the, you know, like the writer, and I take care of most of the things in this band. So there's a lot of work for me and little time to actually look back and see what you've done, you know. I guess, you know, once this is all over, maybe I'll look back and like, wow, we actually did something cool. We built this from scratch, this band, so that's cool in itself, I think.